preparation and focus. You mentioned the little chart down there. You know, my guys will talk about going in black. If you haven't seen it, it's white, yellow, just a spectrum. It's white, yellow, orange, red, black. And the deal is, I actually got this from a special ops guy that was one of the Marines that came back after his tour in Afghanistan and was on campus. And he said it's just kind of tells you mental awareness. You know, if you know white, it's kind of like, California might say that. Sometimes I refer to it as kind of just, oblivious to a lot of things, not really focused. And then black is the other extreme where you're so hyped that you can't react. You can't think, you can't function. You can't make a pass, you can't read. And so those are the two areas you can't be in. And we've got a 2.5-hour practice. You can't be in what we term the high red. You want to be in the upper edge, right on the cusp of going into the black, but not going there. So you're still in control, but man, you're lasered in. And how do you get to that point? And you're not there all the time. So the offense is on the field. You want to be high red. Well, you're on the edge. You don't want to go into the white or the yellow or the orange, but you can't be up in the high red at that point. So you kind of drift back and then you get back up. And that's really, it's a skill to be able to focus your attention at when it's most needed. And then you get a varied group. On our team, we'll get the young guy, we've got a sophomore, junior, senior, all in a group. And they all have got to be lasered in together. So you talk about that and how do you focus in. It's kind of a trained thing. It's kind of reinforced, but we'll talk about that. It's comical guys who say, man, you got to get him out of there, coach. He's in the black bag.
Another thing that was a tradition when we played was, which is sort of back in a different kind of format, was when we came out of the locker room, the entire freshman class would line up in a gauntlet coming out of the old Davis varsity house, and U.S. football players would run through the gauntlet all the way to the field, all the way to the sideline. So it was a really awesome tradition for us. And then that was gone when Coach Stevens came back. And there's a little bit of that now when we come out of Leverone, where we have the gauntlet coming out. But that gauntlet was really neat back then because you were literally walking between, just people were really tight to you, and there was like 2 or 3, people deep, and you'd come through and you got chills up your spine when you were coming out of the locker room. It